What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another One Piece TCG video. It's been a minute, but we are going to take a look at an off-meta leader, one that has been forgotten, and that's going to be Blue Crocodile from ST03. So I wanted to try out this leader because I've always really liked Crocodile in the manga and the anime. I thought he was a really cool character, and I really like this leader as well, right? You know, it's pretty simple, but it's also just really unique to Blue because I feel like this is back when the game first came out, Bandai was still kind of figuring out the color identities for each color. So he does have a Dawn minus effect, which is usually found in purple, but it's in blue here, which is pretty unique. So it's a pretty cool leader, and I wanted to give it some love here today. So in case if you don't know what he does, Crocodile is a 5,000 power, 5 life blue leader. Activate main once per turn, Dawn -4, return up to 1 character with a cost of 5 or less to the owner's hand. Now, on first glance, this leader ability isn't that good, and I'm gonna be honest with you, it's not great. It's not amazing. I feel like it has been pretty power crept at this moment, but it's not as bad as I thought it was. Now, I'm not gonna say like, oh, you could take this deck, you know, don't take this to a regional expecting to get first place or anything like that. But maybe if your locals has like an off meta game night and you want to take something, you know, fun and different, then yeah, I think you can try out this deck and you'll have a good time with it. So I was thinking, how do I build a deck with Crocodile, right? So there's a couple different ways you can go about it. You can go with the Warlord package, which is what I did, or you can go like a Baroque Works package, but I opted for the Warlord package since, you know, I pretty much have a lot of experience playing this since I have played a lot of Boa before. And the thing is, this leader is kind of in between Doflamingo and Boa, right? Like they all kind of play the same cards, the same Warlord package. But I like how Crocodile is kind of like the mid-range leader. So if you want to look at it this way, like I look at Doflamingo as like the aggro blue leader, right? Where he wants to swarm the board with a lot of bodies and just be really aggressive. And then Boa is the more control blue leader, where she wants to have 5 cards or less in hand. She wants to counter out a lot of attacks, and she wants to remove your opponent's cards from the field. That way she can get her draw effect, right? Well, Crocodile is somewhere in the middle. He doesn't flood the board as well as Doflamingo, and he can remove some cards from the field with his leader effect, but it's only a 5 or less, and it's Dawn -4. He doesn't get the draw effect like Boa does. So to me, Crocodile's sort of in the middle. He's like a mid-range leader, right? Like we want to put bodies on the board while also bouncing back our opponent's bodies back to their hand. And the thing with this leader ability is that you actually don't want to use it that often, right? Because Dawn -4 is pretty costly. Like that is a lot of Dawn to put back in your Dawn deck just to bounce back a 5 or less. Like it's not even KO or bottom deck, it's bounce it back to hand, which is what I would call soft removal, right? Meaning that you remove it temporarily from the field, but they can play it back if they want to. They'll just have to invest that Dawn into it again. So Crocodile is pretty interesting, right? Like the leader ability, it's more, I want to say, like, I want to save it more for like end game to get rid of blockers, but there are a lot of 5 cost and less characters in this game that are just really annoying to deal with. And I feel like every color in the meta right now has a 5 or less that you just want to get off the board right away, right? So let's actually look through the colors real quick here. So let's go to red. I'm going to type in 5 here, and we can just look at some of these annoying cards, right? One of them being this new Luffy, the Rush Luffy. That's kind of annoying to deal with. Actually, even if you go to 4 cost, right? Because it's 5 or less. If you go to 4 cost cards, there's this new chopper blocker that everyone's playing. There's Lucky Roo, which is really annoying to deal with. You can just bounce Lucky Roo back to hand. It has an on KO effect, so you're not activating that on KO effect. And actually, even if we type 3 for 3 cost characters, you can bounce back to hand the new Sanji. Where is it? Right here. This card's really annoying to deal with as well because it's 6,000 power on your opponent's turn and then on KO draw a card. But the good thing about Crocodile's leader ability is that you're not activating their on KO effect when you bounce them back to hand. So that's really, really nice. And then let's move on to blue here. Let's look at 5-cost characters. Blue actually doesn't really have annoying 5-cost characters, but I think like 4-cost, if you're going up against another blue deck, right, like a Doflamingo or a Boa, there are going to be a lot of 4-cost characters that are played in the Warlord package that you can bounce back. You can bounce back a Weevil, you can bounce back Crocodile, the Law, the Gecko. I mean, there's so many Warlord cards, right, that are like 4 and under that you can bounce back. That are really annoying to deal with. And then we move on to black, and actually staying in the 4-cost range here, you can actually get rid of Burgess, which is like one of the best cards in Blackbeard's deck. Now, he can't be KO'd by effects, right? But you can bounce it back to hand, which is really nice. You can bounce back their Shiryu, and then if you're going against Usopp, you can bounce back this Frankie, which has an on KO effect. All right, and now moving on to green decks, a big one that is 5-cost in green. Where is he? Is Cavendish. This guy is in just about any green deck at the moment, and you can just bounce it back to hand, right? Like, sure, they can play it, they get the on play effect, and then they can play it again from hand and get the on play effect again that way, but they're investing 5 Dawn again to play it, right? Other characters you can bounce back is this Doflamingo. This guy is really annoying if you're going against limb decks. It's a blocker that can essentially restand himself. There's also this Smoker, which is in basically every green deck as well now. It has Banish, and it has a really good activate main effect. You can bounce that back to hand. And now let's take a look at purple. And I've actually been playing purple Luffy a lot lately, so I actually have a lot of experience with that deck. And one card you absolutely want to get off the field is this San Goro. You need to get this guy off the field if you're playing against purple Luffy, because when attacking, if you have 8 or more Dawn, draw a card, right? Well, there's no way for purple Luffy to give him rush, so you can just keep bouncing him back to hand, and he's not going to be able to attack the same turn that he's played, right? So he's not going to be able to get his win attacking effect. So that's really nice to deal with. You can also bounce back Eustace Captain Kidd. Purple Luffy plays this as well. You can bounce back this Rosinante, which is played in Red Purple Sugar. Not very popular, but I've also seen this played in other purple decks like Green Purple Doflamingo, Red Purple Luffy. So this card is played in a good amount of purple decks as well. And actually, even looking at the 4-cost characters in purple, you can bounce back some of their blockers, right? Because a lot of blockers in this game cost 5 and under, right? So for example, this blocker Law, this blocker Onami. I haven't seen Law played as much lately. He is played in some decks, but it's more like a surprise card or like a tech card. This Onami I do see pretty commonly in purple Luffy decks. You can bounce that back to your opponent's hand. If you're going up against a Reiju, you can bounce back like this Reiju, right? Instead of actually sending, like KOing it and sending it to trash, bouncing it back to hand could actually be better in some scenarios, because sometimes I play Reiju as well, and sometimes the Reiju player actually wants you to KO their characters. That way they can get a character in trash to bring it back, right? I'm sorry to all the Reiju players. I'm exposing the secrets, but yeah, that's another way to use it as well, right? If you're going up against Reiju, or some people might be playing this Usopp in purple Luffy. I know I do. I play this in purple Luffy. Some people might be playing this blocker Frankie. And then taking a look at the yellow cards real quick. Yellow has so many annoying cards that you can bounce back to hand, right? Kikanojo, this card, super annoying. On KO, they can essentially gain a life. Well, you just keep bouncing it back to hand, right? You get rid of it. There's also, where is it? The new Basil Hawkins. On KO, they essentially just trash a life from you. You can bounce that back to hand. Another card that's pretty annoying, well, actually a couple annoying cards that I've seen people playing with recently are Viola and Shirahoshi. These are both blocker cards. Now the Viola, you probably don't want to bounce this back to hand. It's just a 2-cost blocker with the on play effect, right? So you're kind of giving that on play effect again. But the Shirahoshi is actually pretty good to bounce back to hand. I've seen people play this more often in decks such as like Yellow Kid or Yellow Green Law. So if you don't know what this card does, it's a blocker. When this character is KO'd by your opponent's effects, place up to one card from the top of your deck onto your life. So essentially, you don't want to KO this with effects, right? Well, our deck doesn't even have any KO effects. Our deck is all just bounce and like bottom deck, right? So we're actually, you know, we actually have a lot of ways to deal with this Shirho. So we can grab, blade it, or bounce it back to hand. But anyways, my point is that was way longer than it needed to be. But my point is that every color in the game has something that we can bounce back to hand with Crocodile. That was a super long explanation. I'm gonna try and timestamp this so this video is a little bit more organized. I'll have timestamps to all the sections within this video and whatnot, and I'll have a link down to the deck list down in the description below. Anyways, let's actually talk about the deck list now. So again, I opted for a 7 Warlords of the Sea package just because, you know, I've played this package before in Boa, and I have a lot of fun with it. So we got 4 copies of Edward Weevil, just 4 cost 7 Warlords, draw a card, nothing crazy, right? Just a really good card. We got the 3 cost Doflamingo blocker, being able to look at the top 5 cards of our deck and put them back in any order we want. We are running 2 copies of Pudding. I think Pudding's actually really good with Crocodile since we are bouncing a lot of cards back to our opponent's hand that eventually sometimes our opponent can get a really big hand size, and in that case we can combo it with the Pudding, which is really nice. 4 copies of this Crocodile is just a 2k counter essentially. You can bounce back a 2 or less, but most of the time it's just a 2k counter. We have Sengoku, which is just our Warlord Searcher. We have 4 copies of this Boa Hancock from OP10. This is one of the best cards in the deck. It's a 6 cost card with 8,000 power. On play, up to one of your opponent's characters other than Monkey D. Luffy. Remember, sometimes I forget that you cannot freeze a Luffy, but any other character other than Luffy, basically they cannot attack the next turn, and then you can bottom deck a 1 or less. So this card is really good. We got 4 copies of Jozu from OP08. This is another card that's played in like Doflamingo, Boa. Essentially, it's just an all-around good card, right? It just has good stats. It has 1k counter. You can bounce back one of your characters, such as like Sengoku, just to get the Searcher back or use him for counter. And then you can bounce back one of your opponent's 6 or less. We are running 2 copies of this new Sabo from OP10. He's just a 2k counter essentially, but he's actually a pretty good body if you need him to be. Now, he is not a Warlord card, so we can't like search him or grab him back from trash with the Gecko Moria, but he's still a decent body, right? 4 cost, 5,000 power, 2k counter, and he has a pretty good ability. If one of your characters other than Sabo with an original cost of 7 costs or lower would be removed by your opponent's effect, you may instead return this character to your hand. And all of our characters in this deck are actually 7 or lower, so Sabo actually works with all of these characters. Now, the way his text is worded is a little bit weird, but essentially what it means is if you have Sabo and you have another character on the board, let's say, for example, we have the Boa, someone tries to get rid of your Boa, they try to bottom deck it, or they try to KO it, right? Essentially, you just bounce back your Sabo to hand, so your Boa is safe, and you get a 2k counter in hand. So this card's actually really good. The only downside is it's not a Warlord, but you could also play other 2k counters if you wanted to. I was also trying Gion, which essentially just makes your opponent bottom deck a card whenever they activate an event. You could also use Kaya, which is just good for filtering your hand, right? Draw 2, trash 2. You could also use Law, which is another Warlord. You could also use this Buggy, which is another Warlord. So there's a lot of options for 2k counters, but I just really like this Sabo. We got 4 copies of Gecko Moria. This card is just really good, right? Being able to grab a Warlord with a cost of 4 or less from your trash, which we have a lot of. 4 copies of this Dracule Mihawk. He is a 2k counter, but he can be a body when we need him to be. He does have 5,000 power, and he has Dawn ×1 when attacking, draw 2, trash 2. So a 2k counter and a body on board that can filter your hand. Very, very useful. we got 3 copies of this 1-cost blocker law. There's not a lot of black decks in the meta right now. It's mainly just Blackbeard, maybe a couple Lucci players here and there, and maybe some black-blue Usopp. But these chump blockers are actually getting more value in the meta right now. The way I see this card is essentially you pay 1 Dawn to either save a life or save another character, and that is extremely useful. The only reason I'm running 3 copies instead of 4 is just because it has no counter, so I'm just trying not to get bricked up too hard, so that's why I'm running 3 instead of 4. And then we are running 2 copies of this Doflamingo from STO3, 7 cost, 7,000 power. On play, return up to 1 character with a cost of 7 or less to the owner's hand. This guy just fits our deck just extremely well, right? I kind of actually even want to fit a 3rd copy in here, but he is kind of expensive and he doesn't have any counter. So again, I'm not trying to put too many non-counter cards in this deck, but he's still really good, right? We're developing a 7,000 power body on board while bouncing back a 7 or less back to our opponent's hand, and he's a Warlord of the Sea as well. Then we got 4 copies of this law from ST17. This guy's really good as well. 4 cost, 5,000 power, 1k counter. Return 1 of your characters to its owner's hand so you can bounce back your Sengoku to search with him again or use him as counter. And then you can bounce back 1 of your opponent's cards with a cost of 4 or less. And then for the events, we're running Gum Gum Red Rock and Gravity Blade Raging Tiger. I know nothing unique here. I mean, these are just like some of the best events in the game, right? I feel like if you're playing blue, you're probably playing these events, unless you're playing, I don't know, something weird like Nami or something like that, right? But I got 2 copies of Gum Gum Red Rock and 3 copies of Gravity Blade Raging Tiger. I feel like this has been a pretty good ratio, but you can play with it and mess around with it how you would like. I would think I would just recommend at least 2 copies of each. So that's the deck. It's actually been really fun. It's been better than I thought it would be. I think this is a pretty good core for blue Crocodile, at least a 7 Warlords of the Sea package. I haven't really messed with a like a Baroque Works package, but for Warlords of the Sea, I think this is pretty solid. You could probably just mess around with maybe some of the card numbers a little bit, like maybe take away a card here, add a card there, you know, but I feel like this is actually pretty decent. Now again, I'm not trying to bait you. Please do not take this to like a regionals or like even like a store championship or anything like that expecting to get first place. Please do not do that and then blame me, get mad at me. But yeah, if you're just trying to have fun or you want to play Crocodile or your locals has an off meta night, then yeah, try this out. Yeah, and let's get into some games, see how we can do with it. Oh, so we're going up against Belo. Let's see. This hand, I don't hate it. I'm actually going to keep it. Gravity Blade is good against Belo if I can make it to 7 Dawn, right? Their deck is super fast. We do have the Sengoku to start off with. Now, with this deck, I generally like going second. And we are going second here, but Belo wants to go first, right? So it can be kind of scary since they can attack first. And our first turn, all we're doing really is just playing Sengoku. And we'll look for, I don't know, do I want to grab either Boa? Yeah, Boa might actually be good to freeze something and then bottom deck one of their characters. So yeah, usually first turn, we're just looking for our Warlords with Sengoku, or we play the blocker Law. He's going to attack me for 5 here. I don't have a 1k, so I'll just go ahead and take it. I usually don't like taking life this early, but it's fine. We'll deal with it. So now we got a pretty good hand, but now he's got Morley and Belo. We got 4 Dawn to work with. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna attack for 5 here before we do anything else. And again, Crocodile's leader ability, we don't want to be using it like early in the game. I only like to use it when I'm at like between like 8 and 10 Dawn, right? Like that's when I want to use it, because if not, then we're just so far back in Dawn. So we got 4 Dawn to work with. I think I'm just gonna play out a Weevil here just to get a body, draw a card. We get a Red Rock. Red Rock's probably not gonna be too helpful here, since I think Gravity Blade's gonna be better since they play a lot of cheap cards. So yeah, Red Rock's probably not doing too much for us here. They're going to play out this Ivankov, which can play out another Ivankov. And yeah, this is where Belo Betty gets scary, right? They are very, very fast. This is like the fastest aggro deck in the game, I think. So yeah, oof, my gosh, 5K to face. I do want to counter out of that, so I'm going to trash Sengoku. And then he's going to go 8. Yeah, I'm countering out of this. I'm countering out of this. I'm giving him 2Ks, and he's gonna hit me for 5. I'm gonna give him a 1K. Yeah, I'm getting out of all of these, man. 5. I got no more counter, so I'll take that one. And then now we are at our 6 Dawn turn. I think we actually want to play Boa here, right? Because Boa is gonna be able to freeze a card and then also bottom deck his 1-drop. Or I could play Weevil and then use 2 Dawn somewhere else, but I think I like the Boa here. So let's start attacking first. Let's attack into the Morley, since he has 5K power. So I'm going to start off with my Crocodile. Generally, the way I like to attack in order, like order of operations, is I like to attack least to greatest. Of course, it's going to depend, like if you're playing against like Bonnie or something, right? But generally speaking, I like to attack least to greatest. Okay, and then he gives us all his cards from hand. So we're just going to go play the Boa, and then I think we do freeze the Morley, right? I mean, Morley and Ivankov both have 5K power, so it doesn't matter. We just freeze one of those. We bottom deck the 1-drop, and we'll go ahead and just pass there. There could have maybe been an argument for me to attack Weevil into Inazuma there. He only had 1 card in hand, so he wouldn't have been able to get out of it, right? So that could be a slight misplay on my part. Maybe I should have attacked Weevil into the Inazuma. Now Karasu's going to give -1 to my leader. That's pretty annoying to deal with. I can't counter out of it, so I'm going to take it. So we got to survive this this onslaught here. He's attacking me for 5. I can counter out of it, right? Yeah, we gotta counter here, because we cannot get low in health here. And now we do have the Gravity Blade. So I think what we are going to want to do, we probably want to bottom deck the Karasu and this Ivankov. This Ivankov can cheat out a character. This Karasu debuffs my leader. And actually, I don't even want to give them like any cards to work with here, right? So let's attack into Inazuma here, and he's got no way to get out of it. I don't even know if I want to attack into his life here. I mean, I could, but then I'm just giving him cards to work with, right? So yeah, I'm not even gonna attack. I'm just gonna Grav Blade. We're gonna Karasu Ivankov, and yeah, I'm just not gonna attack into him, because I do not want to give Belo Betty any more cards. We only have a 2K counter in hand, which is pretty scary. That is not a lot of counter to work with. And wow, he's just discarding the Koala for the leader effect, and I think he's just gonna try and go for game here. Actually, 10-5. We can't get rid of that. And then he's gonna go 10. Oof, 10-5 again. Yep, he got me there. And then can I get out of this one? That's gonna be 11, right? Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. He got me. You got me. Good game. All right, so we lost that one, but yeah, Belo Betty is pretty tough to deal with. So GG's there. Ooh, okay. This game we're going up against the new ST21 Luffy. They generally want to go first, right? So I think I'm just gonna take first from them. And this is actually a pretty good hand. I'm gonna keep this. We can start off with the Sengoku, and then we can search into what do we want to search into? I guess we can grab... I feel like I should grab the Boa, right? Like, Boa is just so good. We already have a bunch of other 4-cost cards, so I don't think I need to grab another one. Okay, so they're just going to Nami search. They're going to draw the unblockable Luffy back to us. And then we do get the blocker law, which is kind of nice. So we got 3 Dawn. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to attach 2 to leader. We'll go 7 to their life, and then we're going to leave 1 for our blocker law here. And then of course I'm attacking before I play the law, you know, just in case I don't want to hit any triggers and then get my law KO'd, right? So we got the blocker law, and then next turn if he gets KO'd, I can bring him back with Gecko Moria. I could also play the bounce law as well, and they are playing the 1-cost chopper blocker here. Okay, and now he's got the rush Zoro. I think maybe he misplayed there because you want to attach a Dawn to your leader to get the 2 rested, right? So maybe that was a misplay on his part. I'm just gonna block with law. Again, I don't care if he gets KO'd, right? Like, that's the way I'm looking at it. Is we're saving a life. We're also putting something in our trash for Gecko Moria. Now he's gonna attack for 5k here. I think we could counter with a Gecko. I don't really like using this guy to counter too much though, because we want to use him to grab back other things, right? But what we can do here is actually I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna play Law. I'm gonna play him first. We're gonna bounce back our Sengoku. That way I could bounce back his chopper blocker. And then that way we can attack into Zoro, and he's not going to be able to block. He's going to have to counter. Okay, gives us a 1k, and then we got 1 Dawn left over, so we can play our Sengoku again. Ooh, we are going to bottom deck the Grav Blade. That hurts. That's the one thing that sucks about this card is it's a Navy card. So yeah, we're going to bottom deck it with Sengoku. I'm going to pull... I think I'll just pull... the law again. I could just keep bouncing back this Sengoku and then bounce back something else on his board. And again, I don't really want to use my leader effect just yet. And this Zoro isn't really worth bouncing back to hand just because it has rush anyway. So you could just play it out for 3 Dawn. It doesn't make sense, right, to return 4 Dawn to bounce back a 3 cost with rush. Okay, so now he's got 2 rushers. He's gonna attack for 7. I think I'll take this one, get another card here, and then he's gonna go 6 and 7. The 6 we can counter out of. We'll give him one of the Mihawks. The 7, I don't know. I mean, I guess I could. I could give him 2 cards, right? We could do that. I could do the Law plus a 2k because I could just bring something back with Gecko. I don't want to go down in life too quickly is like my concern here. So yeah, we'll do this. I'm gonna counter out. I'll give him a 2k, 1k. We'll get out of that. We are low in cards on hand, but now we can clap back. And I've played this leader a ton as well, so what I know about playing this leader is you just want to get rid of their board, which is, I mean, pretty much true for any sort of like aggro deck, right? But especially this leader, because he needs to have characters on board to take advantage of his leader effect. So now we are at 7 Dawn. 7 Dawn to work with. So we could do this a couple different ways. I could like attach 3 to Sengoku to get another attacker and then play a 4-drop. I think what I'm going to do first is I'm just going to kind of poke at his Zoros and kind of see what he does from there before I spend any Dawn. I could also play the Boa out. Okay, there's just 1 gone. So that's 1 gone there. I could also play Gecko to get back my Law blocker, right? That'll be 5 Dawn. So I could go 7 here 7 in a Zoro, play Gecko, get my Law blocker back. Or I could do 3 on a Sengoku, attack for 5, attack for 5, play out Weevil. I don't know. There's a lot of different things I could do here. But I think what I'm going to do, let's do this. Let's go 7 into the Zoro. Let's go 7. So this is going to force 2 cards out of hand or KO the Zoro. Okay, he's going to take the KO. So now we will go Gecko, get our Law blocker, play the Law blocker, and we will pass back to our opponent here. So next turn, I'm going to be at 9 Dawn. And at this point, yeah, I think we can go ahead and use our leader ability if we really need to or really want to. One thing I forgot to mention about his leader ability is that it says Dawn -4. And maybe if you're a newer player, you may not know this, but that doesn't necessarily mean pay for Dawn, right? Like pay for active Dawn. You can do Dawn -4 from any Dawn. So it can be rested or it could be attached. So essentially what you want to do is you want to use that 4 Dawn before using the leader ability, right? So like you want to use like 4 active, like play out a Weevil, and then you can minus the 4 rested, right? Hopefully that makes sense. I'll show it later if I can. He's going to go 7 and a 5. I'm just going to block with the Law. That's fine. Okay, now he's putting the Rush Zoro. See, now this is a card that we can bounce back to hand. Like, yeah, he could give it Rush again, but it's better than the KO effect, right? So 8 to 5, we can't get out of this. We'll go ahead and take it. I could also play Boa here. Actually, I think Boa is actually going to be really good here because we can freeze the Zoro and we can bottom deck the Chopper. So I think Boa actually makes more sense here. I'm going to do this first. That way we can get rid of the Chopper blocker. And now we got so many swings to work with, right? So we can just ignore the Zoro. We're pretending he doesn't even exist right now. I'm gonna go 5. We're just gonna go 5, 5, 5. I can even attach 3 to Sengoku to go another 5, right? So we're just gonna swing at face here. Okay, and this is actually really good. He gives us 2K, so to me that signals that he doesn't have a 1K to get rid of. So we can just keep poking with 5s, right? Attack for 5. He's going to get out of it. We'll go ahead and attach this 3 to Sengoku now. We'll attack for 5 again. Okay, now he's going to give us a 1K. He probably drew that from life because he blocked with a 2K earlier, right? So now we still have our leader attack for 5 into 5. So, yep, he's going to take that one. And now we're looking good. He's down to 2 life. The Zoro is frozen. We got a pretty decent board here. He's got 6 cards in hand, which is 2 more than us, but we got more life. We got the better board. Yeah, I think we're doing okay. Oh, so now he's gonna bust out the dragon. Yeah, that's kind of scary. We're probably not gonna be able to get out of this attack. This is an 11K attack here. So I guess let's see what he wants to go into. Does he want to attack face or does he want to attack a board? He's probably trying to figure that out. Oh, wow. And he's actually going to go 9 to face here. And you know what? We can counter out of this, actually. I got 2 2Ks and a 1K. I know that's a lot, but I'm gonna counter out of it because I know we can't get rid of we can't get out of an 11K attack, right? So I'm gonna take that, and he's gonna attack in the face. I don't know if that was the right decision. Maybe attacking my board might have been the better call there. So we're at 10 Dawn. So I think I'm gonna use my leader effect to bounce back the Zoro. But like I was saying, we can return active, rested, or attached Dawn. So we want to spend the Dawn first. Let's see how we want to do this. And I think, you know, we could potentially even just win the game outright here, right? So let's just start poking into his leader. So I'm gonna attack for 5. We're gonna test the waters, right? And if he takes it, then we're like a shark. We smell blood in the water, you know. We start going in. But we got a lot of swings here. We can go 5, 5, 5. Attach 3 to Sengoku. 5, 8 with Boa. So we could potentially even win the game here, depending on how much counter he has in hand. Oh, and he just... Oh, he was bricked up. He was really bricked up. So he had like no counter, just the 1k in hand. So yeah, that was really good for us. I think what I was going to do was just go 5, 5, 5, and then we play out Weevil, Doflamingo. Well, actually, I could go 5, 5, 5, attach 3 to Sengoku, 5, 8, and then if he's still alive, we play out Weevil, Doflamingo, leader effect, bounce back Zoro to hand. So, yeah, good game. Oh, this is interesting. So we're going up against Boa. Okay. I think I'm gonna go second, just because our curve really likes going second here. This is not a great hand. I'm gonna mulligan this. Oof, we got 3 boas. 3 boas. That is that's a little bricky. That's a little bricky. We do have a Sengoku to start off with. We'll go Sengoku, and then we will grab... I don't want Doflamingo right now because he's too expensive, and I already have 3 boas. So I either want the Croc or the Gecko. I'll take the Croc since he's a 2k counter. We could counter, grab him back with Gecko if we need to. And yep, he's gonna attack for 6, so that works out for me. So we can counter 2k. This is an interesting matchup, Crocodile versus Boa, right? This is kind of like who's the better leader. So I'm the mid-range blue leader, and he's the control blue leader. Okay, so he's got 2 Sengokus, he's got a blocker law. I'm gonna attack for 5 here. We'll just go ahead and attack. He might block here. Oh, he just takes it? Okay. I don't know if that was the right move, my man, because you want to have 5 cards or less, like, at all times with Boa, right? But, all right. Now I can play Gecko, or I could play Weevil. I'll go ahead and play out the Weevil, so we could just draw another card. I don't know. I think either play is fine there, Weevil or Gecko. Gecko gets back the 2k, but Weevil does establish a 6k body. Oh, and he bounces back to hand with the law. Okay, so now we're just going to be bouncing back and forth now. 5 into 5. I'm going to give him Doflamingo 1k. And, oof, another Sengoku search. So I can do my law, right? I could also play Boa here. Actually, you know what? I think Boa on curve is actually gonna be pretty good, right? So I think let's go Boa. I'm gonna freeze his law, bottom deck his blocker. Yeah, I don't want to use leader effect just yet. And then we're gonna swing 5 into Boa. Honestly, we might just go Boa again next turn, right? Just Boa back to back to back. Oh, so oh man, so he plays the Jozu. And he bounced back his Sengoku to bounce back my Boa. Oh my gosh, we're just bouncing back and forth. No, I'm not letting you take any hits. I'm gonna get rid of yeah, I'm gonna get rid of a law here. We'll get rid of a law. Yeah, we need to play Boa to actually bottom deck his Sengokus because he is just bouncing them back to hand. I don't think I want to use my leader effect again. Yeah, again, I don't want to use it just yet. I could bounce back the law, but then he just bounces a Sengoku back to hand, right? So, okay, so let's do this. I'm gonna attach 2 to my leader, and we're gonna go 7 to their life. So he needs to give us 2 cards. Okay, he gives us a 2k, and okay, 2 2ks. I will take it. Okay, so now we're gonna go Boa, freeze the Jozu, bottom deck a Sengoku. What, did he find all of his Sengokus? Because that was the second one we bottom decked, right? So now he's got another Sengoku. Again, leader effect. I could use it to bounce back Law, but then he just bounces his Sengoku. So nah, I don't want to do that. Next turn we play Boa again. We could freeze Jozu again. Bottom deck his other Sengoku. Oh, he's gonna Grav Blade me. Okay, Grav Blade. Draw a card off the leader effect, attack for 6. Do I have a 2K? I don't have a 2K, so I'll take it. I'll take it. I don't want to give up 2 cards. I was going to attack for 6. I do have a 2K now, so I'm going to trash that. And we can attack into this Law now, which is actually pretty cool. Or, again, I could bounce it back to hand with leader effect. Okay, so now we got 10 Dawn to work with. So we're looking pretty good now. We actually have a bigger hand than Boa. We got 7 cards in hand. Okay, so I'm gonna do this. Let's just go 5 and a 5 into this Law, right? I'm just gonna poke at it, see what he does, and then react from there. Oh, 2K. Okay, 2K counter. So we can do Boa, right? Yeah, we want to do Boa. So let's do Boa. We're going to freeze Jozu, bottom deck Sengoku again. And then what are we going to do? We got 4 Dawn to work with. I might just play the Weevil again, honestly. Yep, let's go ahead and do Weevil. And then, you know what? Now, I think we can leader effect. I think we're good. We're at 10 Dawn. We're going to bounce back that Law to hand. And you know what? That actually kind of works too, because since he is above 5 cards, he's at 7 cards now. He's not going to be able to draw off his leader effect unless he gets more cards out of his hand, right? So bouncing back to hand actually kind of hurts the Boa because it goes against their leader effect. So this is a fun matchup. Oh my gosh. This is such a weird matchup. Oh, he's playing Suru? Trash 2 cards from your hand. Oh, that's interesting. I have not seen people play this in Boa, but that makes sense. Now I return one of my characters. Well, I'm gonna return the Weevil, obviously. I'm not gonna take back my 8K Boa, right? That was a pretty good play on my opponent's part there. I haven't seen people play this in Boa, but that makes sense. Trash 2 cards from hand, and then they bounce back a character. There's a Sengoku. Oh, I could bottom deck that Sengoku, man, or bottom deck the Law blocker. He's gonna go 8 to 5. Do I have 2Ks? No, but I can get out of this. I could go Crocodile plus 2 1Ks. Do I want to do that? Yeah. I mean, I guess we can, right? So we could go. Let's go Croc, Jozu, and Law. We'll get out of that. Okay, so now we are at 8 Dawn. I think I'm gonna I think I'm gonna Boa again, dude. I'm just gonna keep playing Boa. We freeze the Jozu, and then I can bottom deck either Sengoku or Law, whichever one. Let's attack first. So let's do this. We'll go 7 into their life. They are going to go ahead and take it. I'm going to go 8 into their life. They're going to block that. Sure. And then I'm going to go Boa, freeze Josu, bottom deck the Sengoku again. Oh gosh. Okay. Now, do I want to bounce back this Suru to their hand? I don't think so. I think it helps them more than it helps me. It only has 4,000 power, so nah, we'll just end our turn there. He's got 6 cards in hand. I think we bottom decked like all of his Sengokus now, so no more Sengoku searchers for you. He's gonna attach 2. I don't have a 2K to get out of that, so all right, I'll take it. I don't have a 2K. So I don't want to give him 2 cards. Jozu, bounce that back to hand. Bounce my Boa back. Oh, man. I would have to give him 3 cards to get out of this. I don't really want to do that, so I'm going to take it. Oh, my gosh. More Boas, dude. I got all my Boas this game. And now he's got 2 Jozus. So what I can do... I might want to start... blocking here, so I think actually I might want to block with the he had enough. he said I'm done, dude. Oh man, honestly I I think they were starting to come back. I think maybe maybe they're just like, you know what, this game's gonna go on forever. I don't want to play this anymore. But I think they were starting to come back. But I guess let's see what I would have done here is I probably would have wanted to start blocking, right, with one of these Doflamingos. So I think what I would do is I'd attack. I'd poke for 5. I poke for 5, and then I attach 1 to Boa. I attack for 9. He probably takes that, or he has to give us 2 2Ks and a 1K to get out of it. And then I play Boa to freeze Jozu, and then I play a blocker, right? And then he could play the Kaido, but then we could freeze the Kaido with the other Boa. So I don't know. I think this game could have gone either way. I wish he actually stayed in it, but either way, that was a really fun game. Oh, this one, we're going up against Purple Luffy. So I've been playing Purple Luffy a lot lately, and I've been having a lot of fun with it. This is not a great starting hand for me. He did choose to go first, of course. Purple Luffy pretty much always wants to go first. Yeah, our hand is pretty not great here. So I got nothing to play on my first turn. That's unfortunate, but it is what it is. We'll just pass. He's going to go ahead, ramp, play the Zoro Juro. Yep. And then he drew the Luffy Taro as well. Attack for 5. I think we can counter out of this. I'll give him a 1K counter. All right, now it's our turn, and for Dawn, we'll just poke for 5 here. It's gonna give us a 1K counter. Play the Weevil, put a body on board, draw a card. We get Gum Gum Red Rock, which we can bottom deck his Luffy Taro. That is an option. And I believe with Boa, we can actually freeze the Luffy Taro, because technically it is Luffy, right? But this card reads Luffy Taro, and her effect reads one of your characters named Monkey D. Luffy. So I believe we can freeze him if we want to. 6 and a 5. I'll give you a 2K for that. And 5 into 5. I could give him a 2K, but I probably want to save my 2Ks. I'll take it. Okay, so now he's 3 life. 4. I could also freeze the Sangoro. Freezing Sangoro might even be better, because I'll be denying him a card, right? I don't want to use my leader effect yet. I'm only at 6 Dawn. And he's ramping up in Dawn, right? So I'll be too far gone if I do that. Let's start off with Weevil. We'll go 6 into 6 on the Zoro Juro. See what he does there. He probably counters out of this. Okay, he gives us a 2K, so that's actually not bad. So we can do, the way I see it is we do two different things here. I could play Boa, freeze one of these guys, bottom deck the Law. Or I could do attach 1 to Crocodile, attack Zoro Juro. I got 5 Dawn left over. I could play Gecko plus Sengoku. That could be good as well. Yeah, I actually want the Grav Blade too, though, right? Let's do this. Let's do what I was thinking before. He showed us a 2K, so I don't think he has a 1K, right? So I'm gonna go 6 into 6. In the Zoro Juro again, right? Because he showed us a 2K. Yep, he gives us another 2K. Okay. So now what we can do is we can go Sengoku. We can actually I could just do grab the Weevil, play the Weevil, right? We could do that too. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna grab Weevil because I'm trying to draw cards here, because Gravity Blade is actually really good in this matchup. So if I could find a Gravity Blade, that would be good. He's gonna go 8 to 6 into my Weevil. I think that's fine. Yeah. You can have it. That's fine. I think this is gonna be a tough match. we're definitely unfavored here big time because yeah, he got the dice roll, so he's going first. Plus my leader effect reduces Dawn while he gains Dawn. So yeah, he's gonna go 6 into 5. I'm gonna give him a 2k counter there. 6 into 5. We can do another 2k counter. Oh, did he just ramp again? Yeah, he did. Oof. So he played the Lin, so he's gonna Dawn -1, trash a card. Trashes the kid. We can actually Gum Red Rock that Lin, which would actually be kind of good. But now what is he gonna do from here? He's gonna put the Weevil in my life. Okay. I don't know if that was worth it to do that. He's going 5 into 5. You know what? That's fine. We could take it. Okay, so now we are at 8 Dawn. I probably either want to Red Rock this Lin, or I could actually Boa. Boa might actually be better because we want to develop a body on the board as well, right? We have to get rid of this Sangoro though. I really wish we had a Gravity Blade. Gravity Blade would be really clutch right now. I could also, oh, you know what? I could also do Law. I could do Law to bounce. Oh no, because he's a 5 cost. He's a 5 cost. No, never mind. We can't do that. I could do bounce back the Zoro Juro, and then we could bounce back the Sangoro to hand, right? We could do that. Oh man, I'm deciding what to do here. We need to get bodies on the board. We also need to deal with the Sangoro and the Lin. Okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna attack for 5 onto Luffy here. See what he does. And he gives us a 1k, the 7 cost Sanji. That's actually pretty nice. Okay, so now we'll do this. I'm gonna do Law, bounce back Sengoku, and then we can bounce back the Zoro Juro. And then we got 4 Dawn left to work with. We'll go Gecko, and then we can bring back, I guess let's bring back like a 2k counter. So let's just bring back Mihawk, and then I'm gonna go leader effect to bounce back the Sangoro, right? Because we don't want him to draw cards. So there we bounce back 2 bodies to hand while also developing 2 bodies on the board. But we're still kind of behind here because yeah, he's got the Lin, he's got the Luffy Taro, 9 and a 5. I'm just gonna take that since that's a lot. 8 and a 5, we can get out of this with 2 2Ks. So 2K. We got the 7 cost Doflamingo, which can bounce back Luffy Taro to hand. Which, oof, I don't know if we want to do that. That's kind of dangerous, right? Because getting this off the field is good, but then he can just play it again with the Sangoro. So maybe, yeah, I don't know if that's a good idea. Okay, so he plays the Law. He gets the Usohachi. Oh gosh, here's another Luffy Taro. Oh man, we're in trouble. We are in trouble. So another Luffy Taro into the Zoro Juro. I think we just got to start attacking his face now, honestly. We just got to say forget board. We can't deal with his board at this point, and we just got to start going for face. So he's going to draw the Sangoro. We still have 3 life though, which is pretty good, right? So he's going to attach 1 to leader. Is he going to attach 1 more, or he's going to leave it up for yeah, he's probably leaving it up for Gum Giant. We can go ahead and get out of that with a 2k counter. Okay, so now we're at 6 Dawn since we did use our leader effect the previous turn. So we got 3 attacks here. We got 6 Dawn to work with. I think what we want to do next is probably play Boa now. So yeah, let's do this. We're just gonna start poking into his leader for 5. Yeah, we just say screw board at this point, where there's no way we can keep up with this board. So we're just gonna do this. We're gonna go 5 into 5. Gives us a 2k, okay, and then I'm gonna go 5 into 5 again. Let's see if he gives us the Gum Giant. Nope, he's actually gonna take that one. Okay. And yeah, I don't think I'm gonna leader effect here because I'll go down to 2 Dawn and then 4 Dawn next turn. That's not good. So no leader effect. We will go Boa. We will freeze Lin, bottom deck the Law, and we will pass turn here. But it's not looking good for us, to be honest. Yeah, 8 and a 5. Yeah, we can't we can't get rid of it. We can't get out of that. So yeah, 8 and a 5. Yeah, you got it, man. You got it. Oof. Okay, now my opponent's gonna go 6 and a 5. I don't have a 2K. I don't know if I want to give him 2 1Ks, so I'll take that. We are getting dangerously low on life now, right? We're only at 2 life. He's got 2 life as well, but we need we need some blockers. The chump Law blocker would be really good in this matchup, but I don't think I've seen him yet. Oh man, and he's got the rush Luffy as well. Oh man, this guy is cracked, dude. He's on one right now. 10 to 5. Yeah, I'm not getting out of that. We got Pudding, but Pudding's not really doing anything now in this late in the game. Yeah, we just use her for a 1K counter. That's her effect now. Okay, so we got 8 Dawn. We don't have any blockers. That's bad. That is very bad. Honestly, we're gonna have to leader effect to bounce back the Joro. Take away a swing from him. I kind of want to Sengoku. Yeah, let's Sengoku. Because I was gonna say I want the Law blocker. I don't see him. We do have this Law, but I'll just grab the 2K counter. We got 7 to Dawn to work with, so I can go. I can play out Doflamingo. We can bounce back a Luffy Taro. I could also just do Boa to freeze one of them. Okay, let's do this. We're gonna go 5 into 5. 5 into leader. All his characters are above 5 anyway, so I can't even attack into him, man. He's gonna give me a 1K. And now Boa. Do we attack face or do we attack the board? I think we just gotta go face, man. Oh, he's gonna Gum Giant though. Yeah, he's gonna Gum Giant. Then maybe I go into one of the Luffy Taros then. We'll see if he saves one of the Luffy Taros with the Gum Giant. Because if I attack into leader, he's definitely going to use it. No, he's going to 1K counter. Okay. Now we will go Doflamingo. Bounce back a Luffy Taro. I'm going to leader effect. We're going to bounce back Zoro Juro. Oof. And now we just got to try and survive another turn. But this is, it's not looking good for me. 10 to 5. Can we get rid of that? We get 7, 9, 10. No, I can't. So yeah, we do that. And then yeah, he got me. Yep, he got me. So he just attaches 10 onto whatever essentially. And yeah, we just lose the game. 10, yep, 19 to 5. You got it, bro. Yeah, that's a tough one to win. Especially since he was going first. If we took first away from him, we might have gotten a chance there. But yeah, that was gonna be a really tough matchup regardless. Ooh, now this is interesting against Red Zoro. I'm gonna go first to take away first from Zoro. We got a Sengoku to start off with, so I'll keep this hand. And then we got I'll take the Blocker Law. We'll take Blocker Law here. And we will end our turn. Okay, he's just gonna search, and then Zoro, let's see, he drew the Chopper, so he's probably playing the animal package. So he's holding 1 Dawn for shut up and come with us, right? So I'm actually just not even gonna attack into him. I'm just gonna play a blocker and pass. I'm just not gonna give him that free counter event essentially. 5 and a 5. yeah, we'll just block it. Red has a lot of ways to deal with these chump blockers. Yeah, so we'll just block, and then we can grab him back with the gecko if we want to. And now they are playing the chopper again. They're leaving that one Dawn up, and I'm pretty sure it's for what's it called, the Shut Up and Come With Us event. And I just don't want that to happen. Yeah, I just do not want that to happen. So what I can do, I could do a couple things. I could go, we have 5 Dawn. I'm not gonna attack. I'm just not giving him that event. So I could go Law. I can also do Law and Sabo, or I could do Crocodile, pay 1 to bounce back Sengoku to hand. That could be, yeah, you know what? That might be good actually. Let's do that. I'll bounce back Sengoku, and again, I'm just not attacking into him because he's just leaving up Dawn for that event. Okay, he's got the Rush Luffy from ST21. He's going to attack for 6 into 5. I'll give you a 2k counter, my good man. He's going to go 6 into 5 again. I will take that one. And again, he's leaving up the counter event, but now he actually has a character I can attack into, so I think, you know, it's fine. We can attack now. So let's do we got 7 Dawn to work with. I also have the Jozu, so I could go like Sengoku Jozu, right? Or I could do Boa. No, I might want to save the Boa. Okay, let's do this. Let's Sengoku first. We'll draw a card. I will take a Weevil, and then I'm gonna do Jozu. We'll bounce Sengoku. I'm gonna bounce that blocker back to hand, and now we're gonna attack into the Zoro. I know he's gonna activate the event, but at least it's a character we're attacking into now. Again, going against these like red aggro decks, we just want to clear out their board, right? So yeah, Shut Up and Come With Us. Deploy the Hiking Bear. And then he's going to counter out. We'll go ahead, attack into Zoro again, 5 and a 5. I could leader effect, but yeah, it doesn't really make sense to bounce him back since he has Rush anyways. And then Hiking Bear, that's fine. You can have that for now. So we'll just pass there. I do want to get these laws on board. I might do that next turn. And now he's got a pretty stacked board, but 3 Nami searchers, so they're pretty weak, right? Even with his leader effect, they're at 3k. If he wants to swing with them, he'll have to attach 2 Dawn. Oh, and then he does. So 5 into 5. We can, I think we can trash the pudding. He's got, yeah, we could trash the pudding. That's fine. He's gonna go 5 into 5 again. I could give him a 1k here. Yeah, I think we do want to counter out of this, and then the 6ks we probably won't be able to counter out of. So do I want to give him Jozu or Sengoku? I think we'll just trash the Sengoku. And now he's gonna go 7 into 5. Yeah, we can't get out of that one, unfortunately. 7 into 5. Yep, we'll take it. We'll take a card. Okay. Ooh, we got Grav Blade, which is actually really good. I don't think we need to use it right now, though. I don't think we need to right now. Now all we want to do is just kind of focus on clearing his board out. 9 Dawn to work with. I could play. Actually, what would be good is like Weevil, Gecko, Law. That could be really good. Let's do this. Let's just try and clear board. We're gonna go 7 and a 5 into the Zoro here. I'm gonna go 5 into one of his Namis. Yep. Let's go Weevil. I'm gonna draw a card. Law. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do what I said that we would do. We'll just do Weevil, Blocker Law, Gecko, and I'll take back the 2k counter. And we're looking pretty good. We are looking pretty good now. We can use our leader effect. I just don't see a good target to use it on just yet. He's gonna attack 5 to 5. Do I want to block? I mean, yeah, he could just KO this with like a Gum Gum Mole Pistol or something. So I think I'm just gonna block with it now before he gets rid of it like that. 5 into 5 again. This guy's really determined to swing with those Namis. I'm gonna give him this law. I don't think we need this right now. And he's gonna go 5 into 5 again. Yeah, I really don't want to take like any more hits, to be honest. So I'm gonna trash the Jozu for that. 6 into 5, 2k counter. And 4 Don left. What is this? Kid and Killer? Nope, it's a Chopper. And another Chopper. Okay, so now we do have some good Grav Blade targets now, right? We can Grav Blade this Chopper, this Chopper. Okay, now we just want to start clearing the board. So let's do... Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to Grav Blade these 2 Choppers. So let's just start attacking into his board here. Attacking the Hiking Bear. 5 to 3. Probably has another Shut Up and Come with us. No? Okay, he's holding up 1 Dawn for something. Then we will go 5 into the Nami. I could also... Actually, you know what? What might be better is just freeze this with the Boa. Freeze this with Boa and then bottom deck that Nami. And then that way I can attack into this Chopper. Actually, yeah, I like that better. Then we can do Boa plus Gecko. And then we just got an insanely stacked board, right? Oh, yeah, we are cooking right now. We are absolutely cooking. So we are just clearing his board. 7 and 5 now. What is he holding up this 1 Dawn for? I don't know if he's just bluffing or it's like a, I don't know, guard point or rad beam or something. So we're going to hit him for 1 damage. Yeah, I actually like this play better. So we're going to go Boa. I'm going to freeze the Chopper, bottom deck the Nami. We're going to go Gecko, and then I'm going to take back the 2k counter. And there we go. So our hand is very small compared to our opponents, but look at this board difference. Our board is just stacked right now. We do have to take this, unfortunately. I don't have enough counter to get out of that. 6 into 5. Yep. Yeah, I think that's a mistake on his part. He knows I got the 2k back in my hand, so yeah. Okay, and now, man, we are looking good. I am liking how this is looking. We got the Grav Blade. I can bottom deck both these Choppers, right? Oh man, this is beautiful. This is absolutely beautiful. Yeah, I'm gonna bottom deck these, and then we can attack into the Luffy here. So we can go 8 into 6. Oh man, he had 2 Shut Up and Come with us. Okay, so we're gonna have to, yeah, we're gonna have to take out one of our characters for a blocker. I mean, we can get in a lot of swings here, but yeah, we're gonna need to do that. Actually, you know what? I could bounce back this Chopper blocker as well with leader effect. Yeah, let's do that. So Dawn -4, bounce the Chopper. And we're just gonna start swinging. We're just swinging. I mean, I know we're kind of giving him cards, but I think we can survive next turn, honestly. Yeah, now he's countering out of stuff too. Okay, and then we will attack for 7. Okay, and then now we're going to play a Doflamingo blocker, replace one of our Geckos. I don't think it really matters what we get at this point. Yeah, we just win. Yeah, we just win. Look at our board, dude. Our board is stacked. Our board is stacked. I mean, even if he gets a rush character, right? Let's see, he can attack with Zoro. block, right? And then he gets a rush Robson. Let's say I take that hit, he would have to top deck something else. Rush. I still like don't lose. So yeah, we beat Zoro with Crocodile, dude. Let's go. Oh my gosh, that was exciting. All right, so that was it. That's the gameplay and the deck list. This deck is super fun. If you want to play a blue leader that is not Doflamingo or Boa, highly recommend trying out Crocodile. I think this guy is super fun. Like I said, don't play this in a treasure cup store championship, you know, expecting the top regionals, anything like that. But if you just want to play it for fun, take it to your locals, maybe catch people off guard with Crocodile. I think that would be super cool. So try this deck out. I'll leave a link down to the deck down in the description of this video. So yeah, try it out. Let me know what you think. Let me know if there's any adjustments you would make to this deck. I think this deck can be refined, maybe just a little bit more, maybe just with like some of the card ratios. This Sabo ended up not doing much for me, so maybe you do replace this Sabo with like with Gion or like Buggy, or something else, right? So I think maybe there's a couple changes you can make with this deck, but overall it's pretty fun, super solid. So again, let me know what you think. Let me know what other One Piece videos you'd like to see from me in the future, and thank you guys for watching. Appreciate you all, and I will see you in the next one. Later.